In this video, I want to show you how to make your own bias tape so you can make it at home yourself out of any fabric type and any pattern you desire. I often use bias tape as a hem, especially on curved parts. Now, if you look at this piece, this is something I hemmed with a rolled hem, no bias tape. It's not too bad, except the backside is really sloppy. But this is what the same piece could look like with bias tape. It looks much more professional in my opinion. So to start, we're going to make a square piece of fabric. If you already have a square piece of fabric, you can skip this step. So I'm marking on the side and top after I fold my fabric piece diagonally. And then we cut it out. Now for those of you who are wondering, what is bias tape? So bias tape is a strip of fabric that is cut along your fabric's bias. What is a bias? Bias is the diagonal across the grains of the fabric weave. So you'll notice if you test your fabric and you pull it horizontally or vertically in line with the grain, there's no give, no stretch. But if you pull it diagonally, all of a sudden there's just enough stretch to it that this strip of fabric will now sew nicely along a curve. And that's why bias tape is great for using as trims, especially on curved pieces. So the next step will be marking and cutting diagonally across our fabric along the bias. So there's a few different ways to make bias tape. In this video, I'm going to show you how to make continuous bias tape. What that means is in the end, you'll have less seams, you'll put it together with less work. It's going to be one continuous strip. So after you have your fabric cut along the diagonal, we're going to take the top triangle and flip it over so it's right sides of the fabric together in a pendant shape. Now we'll begin pinning our fabric pieces together. Make sure that the bottom and top end match up and that your sides along the edge match up. The more precise you can make it now, the easier future steps will be when you make the bias tape. And then we head over to our sewing machine to stitch these two pieces of fabric together. Just a simple, straight stitch is all that's needed. After the pieces are sewn together, we'll come back over to our table, open it up, and at this point you can take it over to your ironing board and press the seam. After that, we're going to take our 2-inch wide ruler and mark 2-inch strips from the bottom, working our way up the top. You can make a lot of different sizes of bias tape. In this video, I want to end up with 1/2-inch double fold bias tape, which means I need to start with 2-inch strips of fabric. Now when you get to the end, if you have less than 2 inches of width of fabric, don't stress about it. We'll just cut that off and we won't use that piece, but we'll do that in a later step. Just keep marking for now. Now if you look, here's a closer view at my marks I'm making with my 2-inch wide ruler. After you're done marking your fabric, we're going to flip it over and we're going to make a tube by bringing the two diagonal edges together. And what we're looking to do is take our marks we just made and line them up. But after you line them up perfectly, don't stop there. We're going to pull it and off-center it by 1 row. So you should have 1 row hanging off the bottom and 1 row hanging off the top. After you've got that, we're going to start pinning. Now, as you're pinning, you want to be careful to line up both of your marks on each side. So here's another view where you can see I'm checking one side for where my line is, checking the other side for where my line is. I'm taking my pin and I'm making sure it goes through both of those lines. That's going to ensure after you sew this together that your strip runs nice and continuous as you're cutting in the next step. Again, the more precise you can be, the easier the next step's going to be. And then we're back to the sewing machine again to stitch these two pieces of fabric together. Just a simple straight stitch again. After you're finished sewing, it's a good time to press the seam open and then come over to your table, and what you should have is a tube of fabric right now. And what we're going to do is look for the end and just start cutting along the 2-inch wide marks we made. This is so satisfying to watch. And this is what I'm talking about with the bias tape being continuous, because you can just cut and you're left with one continuous strip. Otherwise, you'd be cutting first and then stitching all of these pieces together, and I just think that's a real pain. Now we're going to come back over to our ironing board. I'm just going to give my seams a nice press because I got excited and skipped that step when I was making my tape. Now this little device is where the magic happens. You just pull the fabric through and it folds the bias tape to the shape that's needed. And then you just take your iron, follow along, and press. So you're going to gently pull and then follow to press. And you do this the whole length of your fabric strip. If you wanted single fold bias tape, at this point you would be done. But I want double fold bias tape. I want that because I like to use it as trim. I take the raw edge of fabric and just push it between this fold of bias tape to finish it. So what I'm doing is I'm folding it almost in half, but not quite. I want a little bit to overhang on the bottom. You'll see folding and just pressing that. So the reason you want a little bit to overhang on the bottom is so that when you go to sew this bias tape, it catches both the front and the back. There's not this chance of it missing sewing in the back. Here you can see just how tiny that overlap on the bottom is. Very, very small amount. And after you finish going along your whole line of fabric strip, you now have double folded bias tape. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and check out my website, jenreichley.com, for more sewing fun.